Had a thought just the other night, right after I did the last video, and I thought maybe just use this opportunity to basically rant for just 1 or 2 minutes about something that we probably overlooked when it comes to the Levan versus Devon match. Pretty much over the past few years, it's obvious, I think, that in arm wrestling culture, Levan became like the not only the mountain that has to be climbed, but also kind of like this completely invincible opponent, like this machinery of a man. And this aspect kind of worked on our psychology for quite a while, including myself. Even 2 videos ago, I said basically in one of the live streams with Levan, the sheer size of his wrist at this point made me think. I mean, it's pretty much nothing anyone would be able to do. I'm not even sure how Dennis would have done. But anyway, that's a different discussion. But the more we build up this image of Levan as being the let's say indestructible, even sounds cool, Levan the indestructible. The more we build this image up in our minds, the more I think we kind of get like a skewed perception, because just the other night I was actually reminded myself that not too long ago, 2018 if I remember correctly, Levan and Sabin, our Romanian arm wrestler Sabin Bădulescu, they had a match where I know pretty much all of you know Levan lost. And I know what you will all be saying right now, that the Levan in 2018 was not even comparable with the Levan of today. I agree. However, couple of aspects. Although, I mean, first of all, the Levan of 6 months ago cannot compare with the Levan of today. I mean, we have to see his performance on the table, but the common consensus would be that leading up to this match, Levan basically upped his game tremendously. Although he was already kind of like up in terms of his level. And not to mention compared to 2018. However, I want to mention that in 2018, Levan was already, he was much closer to the Levan that we all know than he was to the up-and-coming Levan that was, just growing in size and performance and so on. So the Levan in 2018 was at that time, for the rest of the the level across the world in arm wrestling. Let's say, I don't know, I'm missing the word right now, but yeah, arm wrestling related across the world. 2018, Levan was still the man. Top 8, all those things were going on before the pandemic, and he was pretty much already kind of like at his biggest. Not fully, but pretty much there. 90 something percent probably, or anyway, percentages might vary, but still, he was the number one big guy to defeat, if you wanted to put it this way. Not that well recognized as he is today, but still, pretty much same environment. And what happens next? I mean, Sabin just comes in after a fresh defeat with the same guy, Levan. Basically, just I think a couple of months later, he shows up and he does the unthinkable. So the point that I'm trying to get to is that although Levan was already in 2018 pretty much indestructible, and pretty much let's just put it simply, he was reaching his peak, or one of his first peaks. Still, he got beaten by Sabin. And it didn't happen ever since, yes, I know. However, that to me actually shows a kink in his armor, and it kind of shows that basically you don't need Levan 2.0 to compete with Levan 1.0. You don't need someone who's, 400 pounds. I mean, I think anywhere from, maybe there's like a minimum weight requirement for how the body works at its best, but depending on the guy, I think anywhere from 250 up. Yeah, even at 250, 260, you're good to go if you reach the maximum potential for your body weight. Just adding all that extra weight on your belly, back, chest, legs, hips, ass, whatever, just to be able to match Levan on the scale doesn't really translate to table that much. I think just utter ridiculous training in the good way. And yeah, just the tendons and muscles at their absolute best. 240, 250, 260 is pretty much enough. So I just wanted to speak about this because last night, again, like in my mind, I was like, I still don't think Devon's big enough or strong enough or whatever. But then I was like, wait a minute. Actually, remember 2018, whatever? Also, Sabine was nowhere near Levan's weight, man. Look what happened. So Devon being around 300 pounds, I think weight-wise and size-wise, bicep circumference, forearm, whatever, those things matter to a point. But at the end of the day, I think if Devon brings his absolute conditioning in terms of power, strength, endurance, strategy, all those things that go into the arm wrestling arsenal. I'm really curious what will happen. Yeah, the more I'm kind of like going into the match with them, just because yeah, time goes goes by for all of us same way. The closer the match is, the more I'm starting to kind of like fluctuate tremendously when it comes to how I see things. So yeah, now I'm saying this. Last night I said the other things, and maybe who knows, tomorrow again I'll have like a flip side. But we haven't thought about this and that and whatever. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. Again, let's discard the fact that 2018 is a little bit long way from 2022, but still, it's not that far away. And like I said, Levan was pretty much big already. We're not looking at a Levan that was in full, growth somewhere around 120 kilos or whatever. Nah, he was already big and jacked. So I think the match with Sabin gives us some hints into not necessarily what will happen this weekend, but what can happen if all things are done right and all cards are played the way they should be. So let me know what you guys think. If you haven't seen that match for whatever reason, just type in Levan Saginashvili versus Sabin Badulescu. Sabin. Pretty much everyone should know him by now with his SBN pronator hand. Yeah, so let me know what you guys think, and see ya later, I guess. Yeah, 1 or 2 minutes, huh? Going on a 10-minute mark once again.